We took a pause on recording. That's why right there at the end, it just kind of cut from, us being in character to me saying, all right. So I'm going to do a little bit of exposition here real quick, get us back in the flow of things, because we had to take a break for a minute. Some stuff came up. Ubdub have returned to the Twiddlefoots gang, with Nunfer as the leader. So we're gonna start off, try to jump right back into it and see what happens.
Nunfer explodes.
He didn't say any curse words. What?
Nothing. I just thought it was funny.
Oh, okay. So listen, Ubdub, I'm not really gonna, now I'm not gonna go around chafing your bum or anything, but it'd be nice if you can throw in a hand every once in a while when we're trying to do a job. You can come ask me, Nunfer or Snurf. He points to through the unnamed gnome that you hadn't known the name of. He's I'm not gonna say he's new, but he joined after you got caught, so you don't know him. But if you ask one of us, we can get you on a job. We got big jobs, we got small jobs. We always have jobs. Get you a little extra spending money. Help the Twiddlefoots out again. In return, you're allowed to ask anybody to help you on your quest to kill Grog. And when you kill Grog, you get a big bonus. Whatever you want. But in the meantime, we gotta figure out a way to get you around town without getting caught, because let me tell you, we might have killed the warden, and we might have killed every single guard, but somebody's gonna go up there checking, and someone's gonna come back saying that they just disappeared. And you and those other 4 prisoners, they're gonna be on the lookout for them.
That's what I figured.
And we kind of just let them go, because we didn't, I guess Nerfalug wanted to see what happened when 4 serial killers got loose. Come on, boss. I didn't think it'd be that bad. I mean, everyone
Did you let Lenny?
Which one was Lenny?
Lenny's the one that exclusively kills gnomes.
Was he the orc, the dwarf, or the human?
The dwarf.
Okay. No. The only dwarf I saw... Well, I don't know. I mean, there was this dwarf that just laid there the whole time. He was catatonic.
Okay, you guys might have let Lenny go.
Which one was Lenny?
Sounds like the catonic one.
Okay, so I just want to point out... I didn't have any continuity errors earlier, but the warden had said 5, but there were only 4 of you in the room. So Lenny already got away.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'm surprised that your gnome didn't remember back and go, wait a second, I didn't count 5.
Looks like he got away in the middle of a landslide. A little hooray.
Yep. So yeah, there's a no murdering dwarf on the up and coming. You could tip the guards and be like, "Hey, Lenny the dwarf escaped," but then again, they'd go up there looking around, they realize that most of y'all escaped and go, "Oh, this is bad."
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
For them.
Let me roll up. All right. So, we got a couple of options for you. We can try to hide you with magic when you go out. That won't be very easy, but we can try. We can get you some surgery. Try to change your face up a little bit. Maybe shave all that hair off. I seem to remember you having like a Rico Suave look before you went in. Now you look like
Jesus of Nazareth.
who?
Yep, that's what I thought.
We don't do that here. Anyways. Or we could give you just a disguise. Maybe cut your hair a little bit. Maybe wash it. You'd probably look a lot different if you just, washed your hair. Maybe get you a hat. We still got the Sherlock Holmes hat you had. Sherlock Gnomes hat. He pulls out a Sherlock Gnomes hat. You take the Sherlock Gnomes hat. Okay.
Is there a nearby fire anywhere?
Yes. there is a fireplace. I sent you a picture. It shows your
Excellent. I take the hat and I chunk it into the fire pit. No. None of that, I say.
We saved that for you. We saved it for like 30 freaking years.
Shouldn't have. I hated this hat.
Wow. Well, I mean, he did look stupid with it on. Neverlug just kind of wipes a tear out. He's grown. He's learned what fashion is. In a prison, of all places.
Yep.
Would you like a different hat? Look, tell me what you want. I'm tired of seeing you dressed in rags. We can see your ball sack hanging out.
Just show me where the spare clothes are.
Okay, so, Nunfer and Neferlug kind of excuse themselves because they have business to pertain to. So Snurf kind of like pats you on the back, and he kind of nods his head backwards and up, kind of like, "Come with me." You know, I don't really know how to say it. I can physically do it, but I don't know the words to describe the action. You have any idea what I'm talking about?
No, not really.
You ever seen those commercials where it's like, "Hey kid, catch"?
Yeah.
Okay, so they do that head thing where they kind of jerk their head back a little bit. Look, it doesn't matter. He says, "Come with me."
Okay.
Okay, so you're in the room with the 3 tables. He takes you outside. Y'all go upstairs, and he's gonna put you in the room with the 2 beds.
Okay.
Yeah. That's actually his room. For a while, he didn't have a roommate. You're gonna be in a blue bed. He's in a red bed. And there's a chest at the end of the bed that's just got some like spare clothes. They're spare clothes of his. So you can take whatever you want, as long as it's from your side of the room. And he just kind of leaves. You're in like it's a big room to you because this is a human built house. So like you could easily fit like 30 more gnomes in this room and have a party, but you're not gonna do that. You got a little wooden chest with a lock. Yours is unlocked. The key's taped to the inside. A bunch of spare clothes in it. You got a big bed considering you're a gnome. You know, it's like a twin bed, but it's still pretty big for you. And you'll have the window. And it's just a pretty plain room. Snurf's a very plain guy.
Alright, so where are the spare clothes? So I can put some sort of outfit together.
Okay. What kind of clothes do you want?
Let's see. Stark?
You find a purple vest.
Too stark.
I would
It's like grays and dark brown tones.
I would say
I
that
don't
the
want to
stark.
attention to myself.
I would say purple isn't really stark personally, but
Too stark for my tastes.
Okay, so how about there? Okay, so you see like some brown, like some brown pants. They're real loose fitting. A little belt. There's a white cotton shirt. I
grab it all and I get dressed.
You see a collection of scarves.
We're ignoring the scarves.
You see like a soft leather jacket. You also see a pilot's cap.
Okay, the pilot's cap is coming and being put on my head.
Let me just send you a picture of what I'm kind of picturing here, because I have a picture set aside for just this occasion, because I wanted to see if this happened.
No scarf.
Probably actually closer to this. Do you want the goggles too?
You know, I might as well.
Okay, so you get the boots, you get the pants, you get the shirt, and you get the goggles, and you get the hat. You are now what looks like a gnome aviator.
Highway to the danger zone, right?
If it wasn't trademarked, we could. All right, so you are a gnome barbarian aviator. How do you feel about yourself right now?
I feel like a fucking idiot.
As long as you didn't say it yourself, you're good. So, you got your short sword. You've got Are you wearing your studded leather under or over your clothes? 'Cause you can wear it. You can actually wear it under.
I will wear it under.
Okay, so now the sleeves will be exposed. So unless you're wearing like a jacket or something, so from underneath your shirt, the sleeves are coming out, and they can see the studded leather on your arms.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, so you're in this little room. You know, you're on the second floor. What do? They're kind of leaving you your own devices. They want to give you some space for a bit.
Well, let's see. I have my bed. I'm going to jump on the bed for a couple of minutes because I haven't been able to do that in 30 years.
Okay.
Let's see. I got my basic equipment, and then they want me to go on a job. Let's see.
Well,
I'm gonna have to continue my memoirs.
Your main job is grog and killing him. If you want, you can take side jobs for extra cash or other perks that they haven't really told you about.
Well, you know, I'm always a big fan of side questing.
Okay.
So let's take some side quests.
All right. So they told you if you wanted a side quest, go find Unfer, Snurf, or Nerfalug, sorry.
Snurf seems like the perfect person to talk to.
Okay, so you walk out of the room, and I'm assuming you're going to go downstairs, kind of like the little hangout area.
Yeah, that was the plan. So, just out of curiosity's sake, I know there's like 15 gnomes who are running around. Can you give me their names again? All 15 of them?
Yeah, sure. Do you want to like a tour or something too?
No, I just need their names.
All right, well, there's 15, including you. There's you, Nunfer, Nerflug, me, Snurf, Nutmeg, Basil, Paprika, Salt, Pepper, Jeff's brother, Dimple, Zeph, and Millibonk.
That's 14, including me.
Oh, well, we also have a dead guy guarding the vault.
Huh. Okay, so 14.
No, it's 15.
Right. You know, actually, I might be interested in that tour now that we're talking about it.
Okay, so we're standing here in this is like our meeting room. We have a cook. That'd be Jeff. She's really good at cooking.
Jeff is a she?
Yeah, you have a problem with that? If you did, Jeff would beat the crap out of you. I have to edit a lot of this out.
Yes, you will.
I'm going to leave in the parts where I'm like, I'm going to have to edit this out. And people are like, what did he edit out? Including this. Yeah, no, Jeff's one heck of a cook. Actually, that's her back there. You see Jeff kind of walking out of that little stone doorway.
I nod, unimpressed.
Jeff just sits the pot of stew down. Jeff just kind of awkwardly stared at both of you, and then Jeff walked right back into that room. Jeff's not much of a talker. Then again, if I was named Susan or something, I'd probably be awkward around people too. Anyways, so that's the kitchen. Downstairs behind the bar is it's a storeroom, but it also has our vault in it. It also has the giant badger moles. And he takes you outside. And he shows you over to the stalls with the ponies, because y'all can't have horses. These are where we keep the ponies.
Nice.
He takes you over to the top left where there's all those beds, and he opens those doors. This is where the spice crew live, as we like to call them. Nutmeg, Salt, and Pepper stay in this room on the left, and Basil and Paprika stay in this room on the on the right. And he takes you over to the storeroom in the bottom right. It's mostly just like flour, hay, some ingredients that you can store in just a enclosed area for a while. Yeah, like excess food and stuff. And takes you upstairs, and that's all bedrooms. He shows you the one on the top right. Never go in here. This is Nunfer's bedroom. He gets really mad when people come into his bedroom. He usually has an arcane locked. Same for this one right here, the one with the double bed. That's Nerfalug's room. Don't go in there.
It's been a while since I've been told not to do that.
I mean, it's in everyone's best interest not to actively, peeve everyone.
Right.
All right. So, anything else you need?
Nope. Just tell me where the job board is.
No, we don't have a job board. If we had a job board, if the police busted in, they could look at it and go, "Hey, why do you have something here that says intimidate family?" We keep them all up here. He taps his head.
That's why you write it in code. Instead of it being intimidate family, it is give to the needy.
It wouldn't be a problem if I didn't catch Basil carrying around a code decryptor every day. They interrogate Basil, take the code encryptor, and then they read the code. And they're like, so we know that whenever you say bring family a pie, you really mean beat family a pie. Don't ask. Just know.
Well, they could always just, intimidate Basil anyway and just ask.
Yeah, but then it'd be Basil's word against us. That isn't hard evidence.
You have a good point. So do I talk to him about getting a job?
I got a couple for you, but I mostly have ones around the estate right now.
Good, because it's been a while since I've been in a feeding.
Well, actually, I was going to have you be more in a feeding. The badger moles need fed.
I'm down.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Where's Jeff's brother at? Jeff pokes her head out the door. And she points to the stairs. And she pokes her head back in. Alright, so go down there, talk to Jeff's brother. And the food for the badger moles is down there. They eat giant centipedes. That's the only thing they'll eat for some reason. Cost a ton, but they're worth it.
Worth.
When you get back, I'll give you your daily allotted 15 GP.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna go talk to Jeff's brother.
All right. Okay,
downstairs. I'm gonna go do down the stairs.
All right. So my favorite part is so you're walking up to that little thing where you lift it up so you can go underneath the bar, but you're a gnome, so you just walk right under it. And you walk down the stairs. When you get down the stairs, you see like what you would think would be like a thieves guild storeroom. You see some stolen stuff. You see some shiny stuff. You see some paintings. You see weapons. You even see things that give off dull, faint glows.
Do I see the vault?
No, not in that room. Okay.
Yo, Jeff's brother.
You see what looks to be like a late adolescent gnome sniveling in a corner.
Sup, kid?
He almost took my hand. I don't want him to take my hand. That's how my dad died. No one ever tells you about Jeff's father, but I don't want him to tell you about Jeff's brother either.
Riveting. So, I'm just gonna let him speak his nonsense, and then whenever he's done, I'm gonna be like, okay, so, need to feed the badgers.
Okay, so after 20 minutes of forced therapy on the patient's part, he finally tells you that there is a pile of giant centipedes in the next room, and that they need to be hand-fed to the badger moles. because that's the only way they'll be fed.
Okay, come on, Jeff's brother. I pick him up.
No!
Good lord.
You remember Zenitsu?
No, I don't.
The screaming blonde-haired Dorito Nacho guy from Demon Slayer?
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, just imagine that guy, but it's a gnome. So, like, with the baby arms and stuff still.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta take my spot and I got baby arms. So you drag him into the next room and you see 3 badger moles. Now, you probably are thinking of, like, the badger moles from Avatar. These are not like those at all. They only call them badger moles because they dig quicker than you would expect. They are actually just giant badgers. And they have really big teeth. Some of them are covered in blood. And there are 3 of them. And they are just...
well, I'm going to start talking to the badgers. Like, sup, it's lunchtime.
Okay, so you do a series of clicks and taps, and it's like, it's feeding time. And they tap their claws on the ground in like a form of Morse code that you're able to decipher. And they all say in unison, as they're all 3 staring directly at you, "Is it meat?"
It is meat.
What kind of meat?
Centipede meat.
Are you going to feed us by hand?
He is.
I
will.
He's like, I don't... One of them's like, I don't want that one. I want you.
You can have centipede, but not hand.
I don't want the hand.
Then you can have centipede.
I don't want the centipede.
What do you want?
Your legs look a lot tastier. You don't need your legs.
I need my legs.
They've made wheelchairs.
And can't use a wheelchair.
Why? Is it because of the stairs? We can make you a slide. You can slide upwards, can't you?
No, it doesn't work that way.
Damn you, physics. Well, I mean,
Here's,
if you really need your legs, I could just eat the rest of you afterwards.
you can eat me when I'm dead.
Really? You know what I'd
Yes.
really like?
What?
An elf.
Elf. Oh, I could do that.
They all perk up, and then they look down real low at you and go, "Really?
We'll find you, elf.
If you bring me elf, you'll be my new friend. I'll even let you ride on my back, and I won't eat you."
That's good.
Another one says, "What about Dragonborn?" I want Dragonborn, but you have to scale it. I can't eat the scales."
Either way, I'm going to start feeding them all in the centipede pieces while they're talking about this.
So you kind of... Okay, so there's like these really thick iron bars in between you and the badger moles. But you have enough space you can slip a centipede in. So tell me how you do it.
I take it, I put it on top of the palm of my hand, and I put it out there.
Let me check what they're...
Like you would a horse.
I need you to roll a reflex save.
Wow. A natural 20.
Okay.
I do not fear the badger.
Okay, so like this is one of those adrenaline moments where like everything slows down. So the badger mole kind of gingerly, his big red nose kind of sniffing closer towards the centipede, and he gets like right up to your hand, and he like sticks his tongue, his mouth slightly parting, and his tongue like touches the centipede, and then like his whole mouth just opens wide, and it's easily big enough to swallow you whole, and your head just like rockets out, and you see the metal bars bend when the badger hits him with the full force of his like whole body, and you're on the wall somehow, but your hand's nowhere near the badger mole.
Well then, I'm gonna look at Jeff's brother and I'm gonna be like, so by hand, you say?
He's like closer to the cage than you are. He's like looking around, and one of the badgers goes, "That guy's fast."
All right, let's go about feeding the rest of them.
The other two don't give you any problems, but that first one, he's just like, "You better throw those centipedes in here. I'm gonna eat your ass."
No centipede for you.
Come on, man. I didn't get fed last time either. This pussy wouldn't feed me.
I can't imagine why. Maybe it's just keep trying to take people's hands.
Look, man. Look. A badger mole has needs.
Not my hands. I need those.
Okay, so you finish feeding up the badger moles. This is why this job gets paid 15 gold pieces for like something that should only take like 20 minutes. So you feed him, you drag the crying Jeff's brother out of the room. Now, you didn't notice a vault. You did notice a red sigil on the floor, though.
Interesting.
Yeah. You get back up. Snurf, Neferlug, and Nunfer are sitting at the far table, and they're discussing something. They're not really like. They're discussing it like a normal level. You can kind of hear what they're talking about, but only if you're like paying attention.
Or not.
Okay. So what do you do when you get back?
I demand payment.
Alright, so you walk up in the middle of their conversation. Look, boss, and I don't. Yes, Dub.
You didn't tell me they tried to eat you.
Why do you think I'm paying you 15 gold pieces to throw some centipedes behind some bars?
They're fed.
Okay. He takes a little tiny pouch out, and he hands it to you.
Thank you.
Come back if you need any more. If you need any more jobs.
Yep.
So they go back to talking. You kind of hear him talking about guard patrols, and they keep mentioning a couple of houses.
Do I still have Jeff's brother with me?
Yes.
Excellent, Jeff's brother. What do you do for fun around here?
I'm trying to remember what voice I used for Jeff's brother.
It was very whiny.
I think I'm gonna change completely. Well, I do a lot of things for fun. You know, I mostly sit in my room and read. I read a lot of different things.
That sounds really boring. Have you tried bristling?
Well, no, definitely not. Look, they keep
Excellent.
They keep
Let's
me
take
around.
it.
No.
Oh yes.
No.
Yes, we're gonna wrestle.
No.
Why not?
I got little arms and little legs. I can't wrestle.
That's fine. You could wrestle with little arms and little legs. Have you never heard the story of Little Arm McGee?
That's not real?
No, it's real. It's a real guy. Met him in my youth when I was 15.
If he was real, what was his name?
McGee.
Crap.
The Little Arm McGee had a little bit of an issue, just like you. He had little arms and little legs, but he was one of the best fighters I've ever seen.
Roll
he could wrestle
a diplomacy
entire
check.
rhinoceros to the floor. That's not a diplomacy check. That is a blatant deception check.
Roll deception then.
I'm making this shit up because I want somebody to beat on.
So you pick on the little guy?
I pick up a little guy. Right after I give him an inspiring story about overcoming his handicap.
I just want you to know, if he beats you, you're gonna lose all your street cred.
That's fine. I will count it as a job well done. $17.
He's like, Yeah, I can do it. And he stands up. He's like
Excellent.
almost
You should
a
rest
foot
now.
shorter than you. What? Okay. He doesn't hesitate. He jumps on your head and slaps you very weakly. You literally stand there. You feel none of it. You don't even feel him existing on you.
Cool. I'm going to take this child, this very small child, and I'm going to RKO him into the ground.
Roll me a check.
Is it an attack?
Yes. It's an unarmed attack.
Unarmed attack.
His AC's 10.
That'll be a 23.
Okay, so are you doing lethal or non-lethal damage?
Non-lethal damage. God, I'm not trying to kill him.
Well, you came really close. He is unconscious on the floor. Yeah, that's about it.
When I kill later, he's unconscious. I'm like, are you okay? Are you okay? I try to slap him awake.
Hey! That guy's better at picking locks than anybody else in the guild. Don't break his fingers.
I'm not breaking his fingers.
Don't break his head either! Oh my god! Get out of here! Go do something!
I'm trying to wake him up. I'm just slapping him awake.
Where's Zeph at? We need a medic. So... So they kind of chase you out of there, and they go find Zeph.
We're gonna become the best of friends. I can tell.
Oh my gosh! So you're in the courtyard. You're by the fountain. What do you do?
Oh, well, I'm going to think about my errors, the error of my ways, and continue to do them. Alright, I guess it's a good time to walk into the city, depending on what time it is.
Okay. It's 5 p.m. Late summer. Jacob?
Yes.
It's 5 p.m. It's like late in the summer. You probably got like 2 hours of sunlight left.
I will make my way into the city.
Okay. Boop 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 ba doop ba doop 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 boop. Trying to remember where I put this house at. We're gonna pick this one. Okay. So you walk out the front gate and you look around and you see to your right a cliff. And up on top of the cliff there are a bunch of houses and buildings. And all around you you see like a flat, like almost bowl shaped area where like the walls are considerably up higher than you are. And you can see down because everything kind of slopes inwards into the middle of the city, and you can see from where you're standing, because you can see over the houses in front of you all the way down to the market, and you can see the people kind of bustling in the market and all the lanterns and lamps on the way there.
Well, I like large crowds of people. I think I'll go into the market and see what's going on.
Okay, so you go down your road. It takes one forcible turn at what seems to be a very large tavern. And you keep going straight, and you take a right onto this large, wide road that's got beautifully paved cobblestones all the way down to the market. And you see stalls and stalls. You see stalls full of colorful feathers and birds, like live birds, dead birds. You see giant fish like the size of horses. And you see all sorts of people, from humans to orcs. You see a guy who's got red skin and black eyes, and he's got horns sticking out and long flowing hair behind him. You see elves, halflings, gnomes. You see a few dragonborn. You see it all. You see performers. It's like walking through. There are areas like that in modern day cities. Places like that in New Orleans. Places like that in Houston. I'm sure there's some over in your area. Where it's just one of those places where people go try and earn a buck. Anything in particular you're looking for? Or you just kind of like moseying around?
I'm enjoying the crowds of people.
Okay, well you stop in front of this very thin dragonborn. He has his shirt off and he's wearing like imagine those adult diapers you get in video games whenever you're starting your character off and they're unclothed.
No, right, I've discovered a prostitute.
No, he's not. He's actually holding two flaming swords and he's throwing them up and catching them, and then his assistant lights another one of fire, breathing on it after having smeared it in some type of resin, and it throws it up, and it's plunging down towards the dragonborn, and he throws the other two up, and he swipes out and he juggles all three.
Very talented prostitute.
Are you saying that out loud?
I'm whispering it more to myself.
Well, he would be very indignant, let me just tell you.
Well, then I would tell him the conservative answer and tell him to put on some damn clothes.
The guy catches all three swords and he lets out an icy breath and it extinguishes the swords. You can see the leftover resin frozen on him and says, "Look, guy, if I wanted to juggle swords in flammable clothes when my scales are fire retardant, I'd go join the firemen and burn to death. Okay?" Would you stomp grapes for wine with your nicest shoes on?
I don't stomp grapes.
Then obviously you've never had a fine wine.
Not a big drinker.
Maybe you should be. Some passing by people drop some gold pieces into the little bowl he has. Thank you. He gives a luxurious bow. The guy looks at you. You look kind of familiar.
I get that a lot. Here's 5 gold pieces for the performance. And then I leave.
Thank you. So as you're walking off, he starts balancing the swords on his fingertips, and he has 2 balanced on his shoulders, and he's kind of moving his arms in like a strange pattern to keep the swords balanced. He continues with his act.
Alright, continuing to explore the market.
Okay. Roll me a D100 set.
That's the 2 dice I didn't prepare.
If you don't have it, I'll roll it.
No, I have it. It's just, I had them off to the side. Let's see, I rolled a 52.
Okay. So, you stop at a stall, and you see a great collection of knives. Beautiful knives. Carving knives, kitchen knives, silver-handled knives, gold-handled knives. You see utility knives. You see knives that are there to make people think, oh, that's a nice knife. And you see actual knives that are nice. Knives that most people wouldn't pay attention to, but you can see just how well-crafted of a blade it is, how balanced it is, how good it is at filleting. These are supposed to be cookware knives.
Alright, so I'm going to walk into this knife shop. Very nice.
Oh, no. It's not a shop. It's a stall.
I'm walking up to this knife stall.
Okay. So you walk up to the knife stall, and you see an elf. He's got a headband on. He's also running a stall directly behind him that is a hibachi shop.
How much for your finest knife?
While he is literally doing his hibachi thing, he turns around and says, "What do you mean by finest knife?"
I'm a man who likes a good quality knife. Preferably one that's really good for filleting.
Okay, so this dude is juggling knives, cooking food, chopping things, and staring at you while he's doing it.
I'm impressed.
Okay. He is a
Let
master
me know.
chef.
I am very impressed.
He is the elf. Like Gordon Ramsay is a good cook, but he's not like this type of showman. I don't think. This
Gordon Ramsay is an elf, is what you're saying.
Gordon Ramsay is not an elf.
You're going to be hard pressed to convince me otherwise now.
Elves don't have frosted tips.
Just Gordon Ramsay?
Yes, it's his hairstyle.
I thought that was Guy Fieri.
I think they both have frosted tips, dude. No, well, Guy Fieri doesn't have frosted tips. He has a frosted cake on his head.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Gordon Ramsay's just naturally blonde.
the elf turns back around. He finishes the cooking. He puts and he cleans his knives really quick on a little towel hanging in his belt loop, and he puts his knives delicately into a box and closes it. The patrons behind him are enjoying their food. And he kind of leans on the stall and looks down at you because you're like half his height. You barely come up to the stall, and he reaches over and grabs a knife with leather twine wrapped around the handle. It looks very plain, and puts it in front of you. That is my best knife.
How much would you sell it to me for?
6 gold pieces.
Excellent, I'll take it.
All right. 6 gold pieces, you get a knife. I'm going to go look up a picture.
It's a very good knife.
I'm going to say it looks just like this knife, but with a little leather twine handle.
Oh, that is a very nice knife.
You
That's
can
perfect.
actually see the blued steel on this thing. This is a very quality knife.
Very quality.
It's not a ceramic knife. Those are pretty good too. Just as far as like day-to-day stuff, but they're not like high-end.
So now I have my murder weapon.
Yes, you do. I'm looking at what makes the best fillet knife. The best fillet knife. High carbon stainless steel blade. Yeah, so that's like essentially blued steel because blued steel just has a lot high carbon content in it.
Hmm.
It's more complex than that, I'm sure, because I'm crap at metalwork, and someone will probably be like, "Yeah, no, you're wrong." Although I know it has more carbon in it because it was the way that they did like extra wood burning or something in it. Did I send you a link to the map?
I think so.
Oh, I did. Yeah, you need to copy that. And okay, so you're sitting in the middle of the market. So from where you were, you could see down to the market. And now we're at the market. You can actually see down to either of the docks, and you can see that the city slopes greatly. Just for your information, do you see that road that goes northwest? That's very straight and curves at the top. Okay, if you go up that road and you take the second left onto that road that kind of forces you to turn right and then keep going straight, you're the last house on the right before you have to turn again.
Okay.
Yeah, that is where your base of operations is. Remember that. Ooh. All right, I think we're gonna call it there. We're not going to do experience because you're not part of a group, so leveling up would be a horrible pain in the ass for solo sessions. So you'll level up based on milestone. Yeah. All right. And I think this is going to be Terra Diddle out. I'm Dustin. That's Jacob. I hope we see you again. Presumably next week. We're going to try to upload videos on a once a week basis, I think. Right, Jacob? Or do you think it'll be a little bit different?
We'll see what happens.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, guys. Hit that subscribe button. Like us. Tell your friends about us if you like us. If you don't like us, tell your friends about us anyways. Maybe they'll like us. See what happens.
You'll like us.